Hey YouTubers, Paul here with Patek Photography and Gear Reviews. In this video we're going to take a look at the 25-inch glow Easy Lock Beauty Dish. I'm going to compare it to the Phottix Luna, which I've had for 1,000 years. I also have a homemade beauty dish which works extremely well, and I've been using that for many moons now, so I can give you a really good comparison between the three, what to look for, what works, what doesn't work. And so with no further ado, let's jump in and have a look. Okay, so let's get right into it. Here is the 25-inch Glow Easy Lock Beauty Dish. Comes in a nice cloth bag. Has a shoulder strap. You want to sling it over your shoulder, you can. That's all great. Nice little zippered opening here. Inside the bag you will find your inner diffuser. You will find your reflector plate. And the reflector plate has a rubber grommet. You'll see what that's about in a second. And then the guts of the beauty dish is like so. And the other thing is the grid that goes on the front of it. Depending on, this will just direct the light a little bit for you if you need it. So let's get this out of the way. And the main unit itself looks like so. Very straightforward. And what you're going to do, first things first, you're going to take your reflector plate. You're going to go inside and just press it down. And then you're going to take this little gizmo here and press it down over the center pin. Whoop. Until you hear that satisfying snap, and then you will have something that looks like this on the inside. And so now, if you want to use your inner diffuser, that connects by little snaps. I'm not sure whether I like those or not. I find them a little tedious, a little bit difficult to get off, a little bit time consuming to put on for something that's supposed to be, you know, easy up and easy down. But I'll leave that to you. As a matter of fact, what I've been doing is I had the inner diffuser on and I just left 3 of these loose so that I could reach my hand in and get to the actuator mechanism. But then doing some testing this morning, and over the last 2-3 weeks or whatever, I've actually been using the beauty dish without the inner diffuser. So it's gonna change your lighting by about a stop, something like that. And then very straightforward. Rest of the diffuser. Get the strap out of the way. This goes around the outside like that, and then if you're going to use the grid, you've got about 1 inch of space here to put the grid on top of that and give you a further directional light situation. On the back side, you've got a Bowen's speed ring, and if you're not familiar with the type of speed ring that you're going to need or what a Bowen speed ring is, take a look at this picture or this picture. I'm not sure. It'll probably come up full screen, but I digress. The one thing you're going to need, and I love these things, this is a Godox S bracket. This is the latest one. And these guys just pop on top like this. You got to find your, give them a click, and away you go. And so now you can mount your beauty dish. And believe it or not, in this small studio, I can get the beauty dish up overhead, put it right up to the ceiling, although 9 times out of 10 I've got the bottom of this sitting right on top of the camera, and I'll show you some images in a second of the setup that I've got here. So why would I buy this? Well, there's a big difference between this beauty dish and the Phottix Luna. That's the one I've had for 1,000 years. And the difference is the number of ribs or spines, so that you'll notice when you're looking at this straight on, it's a lot more round than my Phottix version beauty dish. All right, and I'll show you some pictures where you can see the catch lights, and you can definitely see the hexagonal shape in the catch lights compared to the more round catch lights that you're going to get from the Glow. As far as ease of setup, I would say the Lunix is probably a little bit easier, if you know, because there is no center diffuser. This is what you get with the external diffuser only, whereas the Glow has the external plus the internal diffuser. So there's definitely about a stop of light difference. And also, if you look on the interior of this, the Phottix is white and the glow is silver. So what's the consequence of the white and silver to you? I really like the look of the Phottix Luna with the white interior, but if I was to compare them side by side, you probably wouldn't notice a huge difference, except for the fact that if you decide to use your beauty dish without the diffuser, with the glow, you got the best of both worlds. You can do that silver, you can get that silver punchy look if you want without the diffuser, and then you can put the, so, you know, like I say, you get the best of both worlds, plus you've got the inner diffuser for a little bit more softening of the light. And I should point out, if you take a good look at this inner diffuser, it has that reinforced center ring, and I'll show you a couple of shots where you can see a comparison. You'll notice like it's a little bit darker on the center part of my face compared to the Luna. So it's really, you know, just personal preference and, you know, what type of look you're going for. If you're going for like a beauty, you know, headshot kind of thing, you might want the Luna, because that darkening down the center, it wouldn't be there. Otherwise, you know, the glow would be fine. So it's really up to you. And then keep in mind, you've got the hexagonal catch lights compared to the nice round catch lights. So it's really a decision that you have to make. Okay, so one more thing that I forgot to mention, and it's definitely worth mentioning, and that is that, just pop this off for a second. The Glow Beauty dish has a zipper on the back on the side. And the Glow Beauty dish also has these yellow ribs. So, you know, some people may not like that. They don't want to draw attention. They might find this is a little more ostentatious than just the plain black. You know, that's up to you. So this opening here allows you to get in. And if you're mounting this, you know, if you're mounting this onto your S bracket, for example, you got something to hold on to. So that's kind of a handy little thing. And on the Luna, on the back of the Luna, it has this kind of extra material around the back. You can still get at your speed ring. And then once you're all done, you can pull the material tight around whatever light you're using it with. And this one works with the S bracket as well. And the beauty of that is that if you're using with the S bracket, then there's a number of, you know, speed light modifiers that you'll be able to use with either beauty dish. So it's really up to you. So what's the bottom line here? Would I recommend the Glow Easy Lock? Absolutely. I mean, it's a nice beauty dish. It's fairly quick to open up. Yeah, the snaps are a personal pet peeve with me, but that's not a deal breaker. I use both of them. What can I say? And to that end, let me show you one other thing. Here is another beauty dish that I've had also for 1,000 years. And this is just a homemade, this was actually a chrome salad bowl that I purchased this from the dollar store. I took a CD cover, mounted this on. I put a Bowen's S-mount speed ring on the back, and you can get some amazing photos with this as well. But you just have to keep in mind that, and you've heard this before from many photographers, the larger the light source, the closer it is to you, the softer the light. So, when you're looking at something like this, which is about 18 inches around, the light's going to be a little harsher than what it is with 25 inches or 27. Again, it's just a decision that you have to make. And again, if you're making your own, you can have it with the chrome, you can have it with the white, you can have it with the gold. Again, it's really up to you. And this one has a single diffuser. There's no intermediate diffuser. So, yeah, you just have to experiment yourself. There's no shortcuts. Okay, so for those of you that want a real-world look at how I use this beauty dish, here you can see it. It's mounted on a boom arm. It's one of those wall mount type, that you can buy just about anywhere. Amazon sells them. But yeah, so I mount the beauty dish there, and if you're wondering, my basement is 3 inches shy of 8 feet. So it's about 96, 97 inches. But it's tall enough for me to use my newly completed camera stand. So this is a self-balancing camera stand, kind of like a FOBA. And the previous video I did on my channel, you can see some details on that build. But yeah, this is basically how I work. If I'm doing composites, which I am right now, I do a ton of headshots, but I'm doing a lot of composite work where I'm taking a photo of somebody and comping it into a background. And you know, because my studio is only 8 feet from this wall to this wall, or here, sorry, 9 feet, I've had to come up with some unique solutions for mounting the strip boxes on both sides. And then I've got the knee-wear clamshell reflector there, which is a great piece of kit, works really well. And yeah, this is how I can do some of the headshots that I do. I'll also be doing a video not too distant future on some updates I've made to the camera stand, like this little holder tray mechanism here, and also the monitor mount on the side. If that's of interest, you know, check back in the not too distant future. I'll have those for you as well. But yeah, this is, so the other thing I mentioned in the video, I said, geez, I could have used a larger beauty dish. I've actually been able to use a 48-inch, believe it or not. I just take the 48-inch umbrella and cram it up in between the joists, and then my camera would be mounted on like a ball head mount. So this takes up a bit of height here, this Manfrotto thing. So I have another ball head that I use, and I'm able to get different angles, different shots with an umbrella. But that's the basic setup that I have. So if you think your space is tight, mine's probably even tighter. Okay, let's move on. So with all kidding aside, here's a comparison using the Phottix Luna and the Glow Easy Lock. And you can see right away that the Phottix Luna, the catch lights are a little bit brighter. Okay, that's important to notice. So you've got a little bit brighter catch lights. They're definitely hexagonal shaped, and the center point is more filled in. Whereas when you look at the Glow, you can see that, okay, the catch lights are more round, but you definitely have that black spot or the darker spot in the middle, depending on the angle that you tip your softbox to. But those are the primary differences between those two beauty dishes. So what you're looking at here is a side-by-side, both taken with the Glow Beauty dish, but one without the inner diffuser and one on the right with the inner diffuser. And so with the inner diffuser, if you look, you can see that it's a little bit darker through this area here than what you have on the left-hand side. Now, you know, the difference is negligible almost. But the more that you sort of look close at it, you can see the differences. So again, it's just a creative decision that you have to make. If you want this, you know, a little bit darker look down the center in this area here, then you know, you want to have the inner diffuser in place, or on this side here, you want things a little bit brighter, take it out. Both images were shot exactly the same shutter and f-stop. So yeah, you just have to make the creative decision yourself and decide the final look that you want, and then you'll be off to the races. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thanks very much for stopping by and watching the video. If you found it useful, do me a big favor and hit the subscribe, like, and that notification bell thingamajig. That helps. It's much appreciated. And I'll put a couple of photos I've been working on in the closing. And take care of yourself. Watch out for COVID. It's not a joke. Get vaccinated. Do all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye for now.